Hi guys, I am here today with a really big haul video because it was recently my birthday and I bought a lot of things, but this is also a accumulation of things that I bought since March, things that I got as gifts, things that I've had on my wish list for a while, but I wanted to share with you guys because it's pretty cool. They're different things. There's a lot of skincare and makeup pieces, but also I wanted to show you guys what I got from Milna Market because I realized I hadn't done the haul that time. So maybe I'll go ahead and get started with the Milna Market pieces because they just announced their next shop that's going to be in Industry City on May 17th. But I picked up a couple of pieces from Meraki, which is a South Asian brand based in Atlanta, Georgia, I think. But I picked up 3 jackets and they're so cool. I've like worn them so many times. I've like, yeah, look how cool this is. And it's reversible. They're such good statement pieces, especially if you want to like add a Desi look to your, a Desi like statement piece to your look. But this is the other one. This is very spring. I have a 4th one that's in the laundry because I wore it for my birthday. So it's in the wash. But this is the other one. I got 4 of them, and it was really cool. I've been enjoying it so much. I've been wearing it everywhere. So you'll probably catch me in it again soon anyways because I love them so much. Another place that I stopped by was a place called Almari, which had a lot of cute dainty jewelry pieces. So I picked up 2 things from them, and one is this set. I want to say this is called Umrao or something, but it's basically 2 pieces of bangles, but it has like pearls on them. It's so pretty. And I only have one of these sitting here, but I bought this like Nupur Pile set from them, this anklet. It's so dainty. I wore it for Eid, but look how cute this is. This is also from them. I have one here because I was wearing it earlier. And then the artworks that I picked up from there was, one of them was a piece from Kirtana Gunam, an artist based in New York City. This is so cool. Another original painting that I picked up is by Tara Yamai, and she's a California-based South Asian artist, and this one is so pretty. You probably saw this in the background in my last video, but when we saw this at Milna Market, we were like, how this looks like Manisha Corella, and it's so pretty. And she has like a tilai right in this, almost like the opposite side of the tilai where I have it, which was like, I was like, I need this. But this is really cool. And then I picked up a couple of other things from Milna Market, but they're mainly like food related pieces, or food, just like donuts and stuff. But that was Milna Market. Getting to the stuff that I bought for my birthday, this is pretty exciting because I did a lot of damage. I took advantage of the Sephora sale that there was going on, and I've been a VIB Rouge for many, many years now, and I take very big pride in having that membership with them because I'm like, whenever the sale comes around, I got that early access for 20% off. I restock on my favorites. I buy new things that I'm like interested in trying. But let me show you what I got in this round. I actually have 2 more Sephora boxes that are coming, and they're pretty big purchases, but I will share with you guys once I have them. But I wanted to share with you what I got so far from them. So I picked up the Dr. Dennis Gross Alpha Beta Peeling Pads, and this is really good. I've been using this since 2020 summer, and there are times that I've fallen off of it, but when I look back at my skin for the last couple of years, every time I think about like, what was I doing to my skin that time and it looked so good, I realized that I was using this almost every day or every other day. Like you have your skin build tolerance, but this really helped with hyperpigmentation and texture on my skin, and I was like, I ran out of it. I haven't had them for a very long time. So then I was like, let me just pick it up because they're pretty pricey, but with the sale, at least you're saving some cash on it. The other skincare piece that I picked up is from Beauty of Joseon. It's their Green Plum Refreshing Cleanser. And I remember talking about getting a new cleanser in my last video. And that cleanser that I got from Whipped, I realized what it does is it dries out my skin. And it's probably because it has like probably ingredients in it that's as an acid or like a peeling or anything like that, but it definitely dried out my skin. So I realized I needed something more hydrating and sensitive to my skin. So I picked this up, and then my cousin was like, why? I'm going to Korea soon. I could have picked it. And I was like, it's okay. Give me more. But I picked this up. I'm gonna try. Other thing that I picked up, there's a lot of skincare, by the way, in this. Yeah, there's a lot of skincare. So there's this skincare called Dew, or Dew. I think it's pronounced like dew, like dewy. And this is called Deliverance. It's for soothing, smoothing, and glow serum, fragrance free. It is good for sensitive skin, dull and uneven skin, mature skin, people who like fast absorbing, non-sticky serums that don't leave a residual shine. That all sounded good. I was like, let me try this out. The other thing that I picked up was the Fresh Lotus Youth Preserve Refining Dream Toner. It targets tone, texture, and pores. And this is like a milky toner. I already use a milky toner in my routine, and I love it, and I've been using it for years. But I wanted to add something else as well for days where I could use a toner that has some acids in it. The other toner that I use is very for sensitive skin, and also I can use it before laser sessions, whereas like toners that have any acids in them, I can't use them before any of my skin sessions. So I wanted something that I can use in those periods of time where my skin can take in some acid, so they can help with exfoliation. I picked up a primer and an SPF from CL, and this brand apparently is known for having a lot of skincare times SPF times makeup products, and this was newly released. It looked really cute, and it's a little like glowy vibe to it. And to be honest, the packaging got me. I'm a sucker for packaging. It's bad, but I've used this once already, and I like how it looks on my skin. It's basically a hydrating primer that's an SPF as well. So if you are ever using like light coverage makeup, or you're just like using a little bit of concealer with just that, I think you're fine. I picked up a little travel size, or like it is a travel size, of the Merit Retrospect perfume. I love this perfume. I got this perfume when I first got my current job, and so it reminds me of like office professional, like, but very subtle, like jasmine florally pear vibes. I really like it, so I got a travel size because I want to carry it with me whenever I go to the office. So I picked this up. But I love scents connect me to memories and places, and also like, who am I today? So I picked up a travel size of this because I love it so much. In the lineup of skincare, I picked up a product from Edim, and this is their Cashmere Peel Gentle Exfoliating AHA PHA Toner. It's a fast fading peel with the softest feel, a glowing, generating, milky exfoliant that lifts away layers of darkened skin cells, unclogs pores, and refines skin texture with the proprietary fast fade complex. And it's made for all skin types. I saw somebody use this on the socials online, and they got really good results, and I was like, that sounds really good. I want to try that at home, but it's pretty pricey, so I waited for the sale. I put in my loves on Sephora because I was like, when you're on sale, I'm gonna pick you up. I picked up a lash curler because I don't know where mine is. My lash curler is missing. It literally walked off, so I picked up one from Shiseido, and it's a really basic lash curler. And if you didn't know, if you get really good lash curlers, a lot of the ones in the drugstore have this too, but you're supposed to, over time, you're supposed to replace the little rubber piece that sits here. So keep those pieces, replace them once you start seeing like it's like breaking down a little bit or looking a little gunky. In the lineup of skincare, I got this as like, it was like their 100 point something, and I picked it up, but it's the La Mer The Essence Foaming Cleanser. And if you like, I mean, La Mer is like high tier skincare, bro. It's like mad expensive. So when I first bought my first La Mer product, I was like, I'm gonna use this as long as I can and as very little, but I wanted to have like impact, right? But obviously the whole thing is like, use it day and night and you'll see. Listen, when you pay so much money for a product, you want that shit to last long and like be worth your money. So the first thing that I ever got from them was on sale. It was their La Mer foundation, which was really nice. I got it at an outlet. I bought the foundation again when Sephora was at sale. So I used their foundation for a while, and it's pretty expensive foundation, but really light on your skin, good skincare on it. And then the first skincare thing that I picked up from them, because their face lotion was so expensive, I was like, not right now. Was La Mer, the treatment lotion. So it's like a liquidy toner. I'd be using this at night, and it's literally like my luxury toner. I mean, I use very little quantities of it, but there are days where I'm just like, I'm pouring it. I'm like, I need to like soak my face in it. And I love it. I've been using it for a while now. And when I saw this for like 100 points, I was like, yeah, give it to me. I have like mad points racking up. I literally have like probably just under 6,000 points at Sephora right now. And there were times where if you had like 2,500 points racked up or something, you can get like $100 gift card being a Very Rouge member with Sephora. And I've gotten that multiple times. Just to tell you how much I shop from Sephora. All right, the next thing. This is a big thing. Speaking of La Mer and La Mer things, I have held off on this purchase for a very, very long time. And partly because it's so expensive. And it's like, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna finish it up. And like, what am I gonna do then? I have to buy another one, and I have to like, it's so expensive. It's the La Mer face cream. It's the face cream. This was expensive. No. Definitely a treat for myself, but I picked up the La Mer, the moisturizing soft cream, in like the normal size and then the travel size. And this is gonna last me like 2 years probably, guys. I'm like, this is not gonna finish anytime soon. I told my cousin about it, and she said that she's excited because now she can use the cream when she comes over, and I'm scared. I'm hiding this shit. So I'm excited though. I'm excited for this. I feel like I've entered like big girl skincare league with this in my collection now, and it feels pretty nice. All right, so this Sephora order had very few like makeup-y products in it. The next couple of orders that I placed did have a couple of more makeup pieces in them, but this was mainly like skincare, like shit, damn. But I restocked on my favorite lip balm from Lawless. It's their Forget the Filler Lip Plumping Line Smoothing Tinted Lip Balm Stick. That's a very long name. It's in Juicy Watermelon. This is my favorite shade from them. I have multiple shades from them right now. I'm wearing Georgie, and Georgie's basically like a nude lip balm, which really looks nice on our skin tones. And then I picked up a mini version of the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder in the Ultra Blur setting. And what shade is this? Is there a shade? Translucent Honey. And it's a mini version. I've had the big size of this when it first came out, and I don't remember for what reason why I didn't like it at that time, but I've been seeing it in the news again, makeup news, and it's been looking really good on the skin, so I was like, sure, let me get the small one. I had the Sephora person who helped me out at the Queen Center Mall Sephora location help me out find the right shade for me for the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Blur Concealer. I picked up 9 over here, and that day we tried out 9 under my eyes, and it looked really good for like brightening. But then she recommended that I get 9.5 as well, because that would match my full face. And one of my next orders does have 9.5 in it, because I was like, this actually looks nice. I wore this a couple of days ago, just like, I didn't even have any foundation on. I just used this concealer, and it looks so nice. Like, it looked like I had a really flawless like skin that day, even though I didn't have like full face of foundation on. So that's pretty cool. I picked up the other shade because I plan to use that more often. Now the next thing is from Givenchy. It's their Prisme Libre 4-color pressed powder in 4, which is their Mussolini Aciduli. I don't know what this says, but you guys gonna You guys can find the shade when you look on Sephora if you guys are trying to reference it. But let me show you. It's so cool. It's basically the pressed version of the powder version of what they have. And it comes with a little, like a, I can't even speak. It comes with a little brush, which is pretty cool. That's nice. But look at this. It's like a setting powder. This is like gonna, like I plan to like keep this in my little bag. Like this is gonna be my purse, basically. And then because it was my birthday, I picked up my Beauty Insider gift for my birthday month. And this time I ended up picking up the Day Sunsetter Hairspray and the Cactus Fruit 3-in-1 Styling Cream because these give me summer. Like, it gives me summer. Like, I see myself like, oh, I had some little, but like, I see myself putting this in my little bag if I go to the beach or any type of trip in the summer and just like, if I want my hair to look cute, I literally could just be like, if my hair is being frizzy, I could just take this out. Like, yeah. So I thought about Future Lucky and I was like, she's gonna need these. The next part is non-makeup or skincare or Sephora related pieces. And I won't go in any order just by what's in front of me. But the first thing I'll show you guys is that there is a company group called Meanwhile Back in Queens, and if you're a Queens person living in New York City, you probably follow them on your Instagram and your socials, and they're so cool. They're so cool. Like, they share a lot of good content about like folks who live in Queens. Like, if you're a true Queens person, like, you know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. But recently they came out with a little like trinket tray or plate that looks so pretty, and I wanted to pick it up, so I got it in the mail a couple days ago, and that's so pretty. I'm literally keeping the box as a keepsake. But the whole plate itself is so gorgeous. I plan to like, I just gotta figure out where I'm gonna put it. I think it's gonna be on my desk or like the coffee table or something. But look at this. Look at this. How pretty is this? It says there's no place like Queens. And the design is so nice. This is gorgeous. I just feel lucky that I own this. So I'm very happy with it. And if you're a Queens person and you follow Meanwhile Back in Queens, go support them. So I picked up boots from Hunter, if you know them. They're basically rain boots, and they're the Chelsea rain boots. And the reason why I picked them up is I realized that when I go out, I want to be wearing shoes that I'm okay with them getting wet, especially if it's raining or it's snowing. And if you live in a city like New York City, there could be a lot of rainy days and there's a lot of snowy days. I mean, like this past freaking winter was like so much snow. Don't get me wrong, I love it. I love the snow. I like enjoyed how much snow we got this time. But what it did do is like, it like, if you go out and you don't have the proper shoes, it's a pain. So it really taught me that, hey, I need to get a good pair of boots, especially for the winter or the rain. And I really had Timberlands in mind because I grew up wearing Timberlands. My dad, I remember, took all of my siblings probably owned a pair of Timberlands in their lifetime. And it was like this, like normal. So I had my Timberlands in junior high school, and that's probably next on my list. But I picked up Hunter boots and the Chelsea versions of them because I didn't want anything higher than this, and it's pretty nice. I do wish that the front was more tapered at the end. It does have a more rounded edge than I would like, but it's not bad. It's pretty cool. So I picked these up. I also picked up Nike Kill Shots 2 for women, and I've been eyeing them for a while, and I don't have them here because I already wore them once and they look so cute. But I picked them up because they were on my list for new pair of white sneakers to wear with just outfits. I feel like white pair of sneakers are so neutral and they go with a lot of different outfits. And I needed a new pair. The last pair I've been wearing since I've had for 5 years, and they're like wearing off. I wore them to the gym now. They're like my gym shoes. So I don't have them here, but I did get like the very classic version of the Nike Kill Shots too. And the next thing that I picked up that's not really It's random. It's from A24, which is really interesting. I realize that when I watch shows on any streaming service or a movie or YouTube or any, let's just say like any show or movie, I have so many notes I'm gonna take while I'm watching it or after I watched it. Like I'll like go look for the movie page on Instagram and be like, yo, like, and I'll share on my stories and I'll be like, yo, watch this. Like to my people who are watching my stories, like, watch this. This is really good. The writing or the acting or whatever it is. Like if I like something and I thought it was like pretty cool, I want to share it. So I'm the only way I can do that is through Instagram or social media. But I would like to keep a record for myself because I started doing this last year where I was making a note of every show and movie that I watched in the year, but then I fell off. I don't know if I'm gonna stick to it this year, but maybe if I have a quick, cute book, I might do it. So I picked up this movie log from A24, and it's basically like, if you guys remember like English class in high school where you would read a book and then you would write down like who was the author, who was like what was the theme, what was the setting, who were the characters, who was a protagonist, like all these different things. And then you basically read about the book, right? What is your interpretation of the book that you've read or whatnot? And I realized that that practice in itself is really good in critical thinking, especially if you're watching something. What is the author trying to say? Why was this book really important at that time? What are the directors trying to say? You know, like all of that, right? So I think film and movies and TV shows are a way of expressing that type of art, and this is basically doing that for each of your movies or shows that you watch. So I picked this up because I really want to keep at this because we don't own movies anymore. We like, it's rare that anybody has a DVD or Blu-ray disc collection of movies in their house. It's like, it's keeping a record of things that you watch. I feel like in the era of streaming services, this is a good way to keep a record of things you're watching. So I picked this up. Big rant just for that. It's really cool because they give a little Zendaya postcard of her recent movie. I got some stickers as well from A24. And then, tell me not, this is like so cute. Like, I'm a sucker for stationery too. Packaging, stationery, any type of printing, thoughtful. Whoever's doing it, thoughtful. The other thing that I have here is from AG1. So I have, the first time I tried AG1 was in January 2024, and I drank it for probably like, I want to say 75% of 2024. And then I think I fell off more in 2025. But in that time, I convinced my husband to take it, convinced my cousin to try it, told multiple friends because I loved how it made me feel in the mornings, especially like if you're a person who doesn't know what to eat to have a nutritious diet, especially with leafy greens and vitamins, all of that. This is such a good way to get all that into your body in the morning, like right off the bat, right? I really like it. This is my third or fourth bag, and it's pretty good. I always get the original one. I tried their passion one, I think, but I didn't really like it too much. So you can subscribe to them and they have a deal and stuff, but I honestly, I like buying it. Just, I don't subscribe to it. I buy it. I use half a scoop because I'm just a tiny person. I'm 5 feet. And so I take like half a scoop with, and they give a bottle one of these too. I like fill it up to 8 ounces, half a scoop. I shake it up with all my other vitamins and multivitamins that I take, and that's my morning drink every morning. And it's been really helpful. And on certain days, like I don't need like coffee or caffeine to help me because this gives such a nice good boost in the morning. I really wanted to share that one with you guys because I feel like finding a supplemental, like, or finding like a good selection of supplements, it's a lot of work. You have to research a lot, you have to talk to your doctors and all these things. But I look for something that makes it much more easier for me. I don't like having 5 to 6 different types of capsules or powders to mix. I want one thing that I'll drink and that's it. And this makes it much more easier for me. So I really appreciate it. And I listen to Huberman's Lab a lot, and homeboy takes AG1. So he's a mad scientist. So I'm like, yeah, I need to, I feel very like, yes. All right. So the next thing I'm going to share, and I think this might be the last thing that I share in this video, and then we'll wrap it up. Oh, I did get 2 brushes. Forgot about these. I got 2 brushes before I go into the last thing that I share with you guys. But I got 2 brushes from Sephora. The Sephora collection at Sephora right now is 30% off. So I got 79 and 56. I mainly got these for like under my eye and foundation. All right. So the last thing I want to share with you guys is something that I just want to give you guys a little glimpse of like my collection of things that I collect. And I like collecting historical items, especially if they're related with who I am. So I'm a New Yorker. I was born and raised in New York City. All these different things, right? So I collect. You'll see things that I collect is it's basically like little bits and pieces of who I am, right? And I recently saw the Department of Records and Information Services of New York City. They've been doing such a good job on social media, and I don't know who their marketing team is, but they've been doing a really good job in like really talking about archival and records work that's happening in New York City and sharing it. So they recently listed a bunch of different really old bonds that they were selling from their historical archives, and I wanted a piece because I was like, this is crazy, these are originals. So pretty cool. I have an original piece from the City of New York serial bond for the construction of schools. It was issued January 1st, 1972, and at the time, the authorized issue for this was $46,850,000. That was so crazy. This one is for $5,000 itself, and it has little small pieces of the serial bonds in the back. This is so dope. I feel very lucky to even own this, and when it came, I was showing it to my mom and my husband, and they were like, what is it? What is it? And I was like, it's a historical artifact. And then I was like, it's gonna be in my future museum. So I'm pretty excited. This was a pretty good piece that I got to add to my collection, and I think a lot of the pieces that I got are very resemblant of like things I like collecting. So I wanted to share that with you guys. One final thing. This is like completely, I literally was looking around. I'm like, what? Like, what else is there that I wanted to show you guys, because I've been like waiting for time to like make this video. And here I am. But I'm gonna show you one more thing that I picked up, and this is like so cute. All right, so I picked up a tiny little bag from Coach, and it's the most cutest little bag. I'm gonna show it to you guys. This is so cute. I can't get over it. It's their quilted tabby. And what is it? I didn't even take off the tag. Quilted side tabby, the 20 inch or 20 something, I don't know. But it is so adorable. It literally, like, if you have it over your shoulder, it like sits like, for a short person like me, like it sits right perfectly. It's like very visible from the side. I love this size of a length for bags like this. I really don't like the ones that like sit up here. Like, no, that's not for me. But it has such a cute like back pocket. It's a take on their 70s vintage collection, and they did such a good job. Coach is really doing something. I think like whoever is in their creative art team It's so cute. Look at this little detail they put in the tabby bag. Yeah. There's a lot more that I've gotten for my birthday. I went all out. This is basically me spending my big girl money. I can't wait for you guys to see what else I got because I'm so excited. There's a lot of good things that that are also coming and they're in the mail. But if you guys enjoyed this, let me know. Like, share, and subscribe, all of that good stuff. I had fun sharing with you guys all of these things because I literally have been like, they were in my mental list of like, I want these things, and yeah. So thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys spending almost like 35 minutes here with me, geeking out about things that I got. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.